Firefighters are working to find the cause of a deadly fire that killed a disabled man on Richmond's north side last night. The fire happened on 3rd Avenue. CBS 6 News talked to the victim's roommate who tried to pull the man to safety. We wanted to know what extra safety measures are in place to help the disabled during a life-threatening emergency. Lorenzo Hall investigates.
Good evening, Stephanie. Fire officials say, as you can imagine, it's tough enough controlling a fire, and their job becomes increasingly complicated when a disabled person is involved. It took rescue crews more than 30 minutes to bring the fire at this home late last night under control. And officials say knowing about a person's disability beforehand can sometimes be the difference between life and death.
There was so much smoke I couldn't get him, and the bed looked like it was on fire.
Antonio Hooker says he and his roommate smelled smoke coming from the disabled man's room once they got home last night.
He said, "Drop, it smelled like something burning." I said, "Somebody cooking something." He said, "Man, something burning."
Hooker says the victim had trouble walking, and he attempted to rescue the man from his second-floor bedroom.
He said, "Can you try to get me out here?" I tried my best.
But Hooker says the man in smoke was just too heavy.
And he shouldn't have been upstairs. He should have been downstairs. If you can't walk and walk with a walker, you should have had that room right there downstairs.
Crews were on scene within 3 minutes after the 911 call was placed, but it was too late.
The physical demands on our ability to help someone who has some type of disability is greater because they're unable to help themselves.
Lieutenant Sean Jones says it's important to have a plan, part of which includes registering anyone who is disabled with the Department of Emergency Management. This way, rescue crews know what that individual may need during fires, power outages, or even a snowstorm. Now, Richmond doesn't have a registry in place, but city officials recommend you contact the city's ambulance authority instead.
We have the ability to flag what we call flag patients in the system, so therefore if we know their address and their name and they are a vulnerable patient, we can of course flag that information, so as soon as a caller calls we can see that and advise our crews accordingly.
Now, the city of Richmond hopes to have its seniors and disabled persons registry available by mid-January. For now, we're live in North Richmond tonight. Lorenzo Hall, CBS 6 News.